Today's anniversary of 9/11 is going to look a lot different compared to years past due to the coronavirus.
CBS 2's Laurie Podesta joins us live from Lower Manhattan with more on how America is remembering today. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Suzanne and Jasmine. So many memorials here in New York City and nationwide will be much smaller. Some that are usually indoors will be moved outdoors for social distancing. Some will be virtual instead. Others are canceled completely. I spoke to the son of a 9/11 victim. He was 9 years old when his dad passed away in the North Tower. And for the first time ever, he's sharing his story with the world.
Matthew Bocci says he used to spend hours behind the computer searching for images of his dad and the footage of the burning Twin Towers on 9/11. John Bocci, a 38-year-old managing director at Cantor Fitzgerald, last spoke to his family in a phone call from the 105th floor of the North Tower.
He showed and exhibited a lot of bravery and courage that day, and I try to live my life that way now. You know, I remember him for that, for the good things, not, what possibly happened to him, did he suffer, things like that.
Matthew says he always admired the way the nation came together after September 11th, something he's afraid is not happening during the coronavirus pandemic.
Do you see any correlation between 9/11 and what's happening now?
Absolutely, but the problem is the same unity and good that came from post 9/11 has not been the same now in a sense.
Bocci believes what's missing is the universal feeling of patriotism. Instead, there's divisiveness.
I feel like there's just so much hate in the world.
Out of an abundance of caution due to the virus, many in-person memorial services have been canceled, including the ceremonial name reading of the fallen at Ground Zero. A recording of a past name reading will be played instead. Matthew is out with a new book called Sway, which chronicles his struggles with his father's death. He says getting sober helped him cope, but so did the support of his community. And he hopes the country can unite once again while facing the terror of a pandemic.
And it was in early April that New York passed the 9/11 death toll with 3,000 coronavirus deaths. It was a threshold that, of course, was headlined in every newspaper, but with the number of sirens and chaos here in New York City, it was a stark reminder of what happened here 19 years ago today. I also want to mention, Jasmine and Suzanne, that Matthew's book Sway is published by Simon & Schuster, which is a division of Viacom CBS. Back to you.
Thank you, Laura. And our understanding is while large public memorials at Ground Zero have been canceled today, families of victims are still allowed on the premises. How will that work?
So these families are going to be allowed to have exclusive access to the memorial and to the museum today, of course, abiding by social distancing guidelines so they can visit those reflecting pools and stand 6 feet apart from one another. But as you mentioned, the big ceremonial name reading has been canceled, and any other memorials are not exactly designated. They'll be happening in the periphery of the memorial. I should mention that Vice President Pence will be down at the memorial today, as well as Joe Biden, before Joe Biden heads to Shanksville, Pennsylvania for another memorial. Back to you.
And it is so cathartic for all these victims, the family members. So it is good that they at least get to do something, but it's so different.
Yeah, and together.
Yeah.
They've been through so much.